Hello, wonderful, creative people. Thanks for being here on this blessed full moon day.
Hello,
Are you
wonderful.
on the East Coast? Or in a place where maybe you got up early and was able to see it? Um, Let me know if you're tuning in from somewhere over there and were able to see the lunar eclipse. I'd love to hear how it was for you. I know it's a tall order because you'd have to get up and be outside pretty early. But, and it's not even really possible. It's less possible if you're on the West Coast, but if you figured it out, I'd love to know. Yeah, I'm here honoring that energy and here in that honoring to process those emotions. And this is a time of letting go, right? And noticing what wants to be illuminated. Thank you to all my teachers that have helped me with those questions, journal prompts. Appreciate you. My favorite astrologer on the East Coast, Susan DeRuyter, and my UK astrologer that I've gotten some moonology card decks and journals from, Yasmin Boland. Those are my two primary teachers when it comes to this stuff. Appreciate you guys. I will put links to both of them in the description down below as we end this. For now, I don't want to waste any time. I want to get right into sketching for you today. So, yeah, there's a couple of projects. This is kind of a long story, kind of a teaser first page to show you right now because this is what I have been working on in past new moon and full moon drawing streams. And today I'm feeling the urgent need to get some stickers done for First Friday because it is a lovely friend's business collaborator friend's birthday, but it just happens to be her birthday. We're all doing a fun little pilot First Friday program and helping because art is more fun. Looking at art is more fun with friends. So if you're in Portland, feel free to ask if you'd like to know more about that. For now, I'm gonna get into this. So yeah, this is just kind of starting here because this is what I had been doing. This is where we're at with my house sign. Yep, sketching that kind of in the detailed sketch zone there. So feel free to share some feedback there. My hope is to have this in metal. So I know there's maybe some connection points I need to still figure out to make sure that the cutter can read the file well. So if you're watching this and know anything about metal fabrication and laser cutting and want to give me some tips, no pressure, but they are appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you're watching this later. So yeah, so this is what we have been working on, and actually today I need to work on some stickers to hand out on Friday because everybody loves stickers. They're a great way to get some awareness and get a quick and easy portfolio piece out there. So, and yeah, it's part of this larger PDX art passport. You know, if you're in PDX, you can join us for like a PDX art passport tour and play this game with us. It'll be fun if you're into an art game. art finding game, art quest. Sorry if you're not in Portland. I'm sorry if this is just a huge tease. I'm not trying to tease you. um, reasons to come to Portland on a first Friday. Maybe. If this goes well. We can show you some magic. Okay, so basically I'm probably not going to do it in this shape, so I'm just going to do all that. Actually, so right now we're in, there we go, the research phase for this. So I'm going to show you where I find inspiration to start, because honestly, I was hoping to get a little, have already done this phase for the stream. Been busy with other very important things and did not get there. So we're gonna do this live for you, and I'm just gonna show you where I find one of my favorite places to find inspiration. One place I find inspiration is Martina Flores Library. That is a paid thing. So the other place I like to find inspiration is just by letter hunting, as Martina calls it, through Portland or through wherever you're at, wherever I'm at. So this is kind of a album I've collected of different. A lot of this is in Portland. Some of this is like the Shay is actually my own lettering, just I guess, and like this is my own. Some of my early stuff. So could see where it can be better. But some of this, like this is the restaurant. I really liked their branding that opened on the corner. Some of my Greek neighbors, part of their family opened that. It's really good food. Really good Greek food. Very authentic, very delicious. Good date place. And yeah, this is just a sign someone painted, you know. They're all around the Portland neighborhoods, right? Sorry, that probably made you so dizzy. Okay. But I really like in how in here, you know, there's just barely a little serif, you know? Simple, consistent, readable. There's some charm to that. So basically, I'm just gonna kind of go through this. Like, this was a cool O at a house I was dog sitting at. I forgot that's what I used for that card. But like here was just, you know, I was walking through town and I was like, ooh, cool. Take pictures. Create your own. So I like, because I'm kind of thinking a scripty thing like that actually, and I like how the U and the R fit together so perfectly. I know it's clearly a bakery, right? Flower bloom. It's definitely flowery and like fun and flowy and but simple, readable. It's a good display. It's a good readable display font. So this place I really like that. The way they play with weights well, you know, thicker at the bottom on the F, thicker on the U and the O, but then this L is a little thicker as it goes up actually. But they play with width well. So I'm gonna actually save this because download this to add to my research because that's kind of cool. So the other thing I'll say, because I think what I want to do, if you've been to Burning Man, you'll appreciate this. But I kind of want to incorporate, and it's a way to incorporate this principle in my own city and have some fun with it. Sorry. I'm listening to some music in the other one, but I don't want to play it on this channel. I can send you a link if you're interested. And you can listen to what I'm listening to, but I'm not going to play it here. Just in case my art lawyer friend tunes into this. And if I'm wrong there, say something, please, art lawyer friend. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how I just add this photo I just downloaded. Wait, a little confused where downloaded right now. Oops. I promise I know how to use this. Sometimes it feels, oh, there. Ugh, I don't really want, I just kind of want to download it. Oh. Okay. Oh, now I just feel like an idiot right now. Forgetting how to do this. I guess we'll just save it here. There we go. Okay, yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, I just took a sip of this tea. But it was like a little too big of a sip. Silly me, silly me. Okay. Okay, so basically, we're gonna go back here. Files, downloads. Oh, come on. Downloads. Thank you. What? Excuse me. Just gonna, I know how to do this. I can save image. There we go. Then we can come back here. What? Okay, that was supposed to work. Do I need to maybe come out of that? And come back into it. Did it not? There. Okay. So, what else can we find? Can we find any other? Oh, wait, no, that's. We're gonna go back here. And okay, yeah, some of these wedding, that's our wedding stuff. I did do that. Save the date was from a template, but the Natasha and Jacob and the Would You Be My Bridesmaid and Groomsmen was me. These stickers are me. But yeah, like different graffiti I see around town. I love it. That's how the stars makes the. I love how he makes the lettering look squishy. Squishy's fun. Squishy is fun. It's part of what I love. Allure. Wonder who you are, Allure. Yeah, more of this is me than I would like, but like, okay, here is some cool bubble letters. Can do a bubbly thing. That's a pretty good simple butter letter. Bubble, 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 bubble letter. Okay. And then we'll open downloads. And then I know this feels a little backwards, but we'll save this. And then, oh, no, I know. Does anybody use the iPad camera much? Even like when I went to buy this new Mac and I did go to the store and so I won't go too much further. Let's show you what I'm thinking about. So we're actually gonna go to pixel brushes and sketching. I like this pencil, just this basic pencil. So we're gonna do MIP, the MOOP. And if you, because not everyone's been to Burning Man and understands what MOOP is, or has been around enough burners to know, I need to incorporate. Oh, I did get some tea on my. Okay, I'm going to incorporate. I'm going to spell this out. So this needs matter. So MIP underneath it needs to say matter. Trying to get out of the habit of using that undo button because then when I go and draw on paper, I find myself reaching for the undo button. Anyone do that? Who switches between iPad drawing and sketchbook drawing? Is that just me? Okay, so MIP should have matter in place under it. And MOOP should say matter out of place. So I figure by making stickers, maybe we can make a game out of picking up trash and keeping our streets clean. I don't know. Or encouraging people to, basically the idea is it's a challenge, right? Can you find a little piece of trash and put it somewhere or that's kind of artsy and then take a picture of it and maybe and then like I'll send it to me and or post it on Instagram, do what you want. But like the challenge is, can you take a little piece like sequin that came off of your costume and put it in the corner of an art frame or some, especially, yeah, so it's like the big things are like those, especially for us costume makers, there's all these might glue little fuzzy balls, or there might be little twinkly lights that we sew that maybe come off after a period of time, so it ends up on the ground. And can you find a new home for that instead of just letting it live on the ground? Instead of just throwing it away, can you incorporate it in some other artsy way? Can you think like an artist and say, ooh, this could look good in this crack in the city? Or whatever. But can you pick it off the ground and find an artsy home for it? I think it's kind of a fun challenge, and I'd love to know your thoughts on this challenge. So please say something in the comments. Or if you're tuning in, you can say something, but I'm not seeing anyone yet. So yeah, let me know how this feels. So that's what we're going for. As you can see, I've got some inspiration here. I'm liking the way they played with weights. Also, maybe I'm attracted to the bloom because it's spring. It's spring is springing sort of now. You know, the crocuses are out, and you can really Portland is so lively in the spring. This is definitely in Portland, I think. It looks like the Portland streets, especially with the rain. Maybe I'm wrong, but most likely is Portland. This I think was, yeah, some store I was at. Can you tell I'm wearing toe shoes in there? I'm a dork. Yep. Okay. And then this, I like the bubble letter, so maybe we can kind of the question, give this a little depth by making it bubbly or not. We can see what we think. But I have a couple of options. Maybe I'll look for one more. Ooh, I don't remember where this one was. But I do really like the way their flourishes play with these really large S's. It's scripty, but also serify. You know, that T top is very script, but the bottom is like half script. It's actually pretty script. It looks like it was made with a brush in a lot of ways, but in a really fun way. Okay, maybe. Or do I want something like this? This was in Minnesota. I think I was more thinking of that for a house sign in some ways, but it's also just kind of cool the way it makes your brain thinks. Like this one had the Q is a really nice flourish that makes the two line that really balances and connects the two lines together well. It's just a nice classic ornate. Maybe we could go for something like this. What I love about letter hunting in the wild is sometimes you get these really old signs. Like this is a College of Business. This was probably made a long time ago. So it's a really cool classic font, and it's a good way to remember history and be inspired by history. So, and it's fun. It's kind of fantasy. It's a College of Business, but it's like I almost get this fantasy vibe from it. Yeah. I really love the serifs on this. And even in the middle of the B, and then the way that U is, it's really, we're like, okay, that E just kind of drips down a little bit more. It's like drippy and fun. Combine that with some bubble lettering. Instead of it going inwards, maybe it comes out as like a bubble. Okay. But can it flow with... So, yeah, we're gonna do this one too. And I know I started late, but I'm definitely feeling the need bathroom, need for a bio break. And I also feel like I can't right now. TMI, sorry. Okay. But yeah, this is not designed to, like, this, I'm talking about me because, well, this is my process and I'm doing this and but I am really doing this for you. So feel free to interrupt me, share comments, questions. If you're not on here live and you're watching this later, like, please share a comment or share a question if you're like wondering or have some feedback or whatever. Please, like, I want to make this better for you, maker, creative. And I'm now doing this wrong. Okay. Focus, focus, focus. Okay. No, not recently deleted. Downloads. No. Why is this not? Why am I not seeing this? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Maybe I should be in the habit of just saving it as inspiration, but yeah. It's all coming from my library. Okay. I don't really need to do that. You just need to do this. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Okay, so basically, this is where I think this color will do. I'm gonna switch brushes. Yes, I like the smoothness. Of the flower. Oh wait, no, that's how I did this. I like the bubble letters. You know, add some along the bottoms and the tops. Add some bubbles on the sides so that it translates this bubble. So we'll translate, we'll add some of that. But then this is where I'm like, I really love this, and I might need to decide this, but it's like, ooh. Sorry, I got an ad for something I need to get for my husband, whose birthday is coming up in a minute. Oh. Okay. Lots of March babies in my life. Maybe we'll do this one. Oh, aggravated. Yeah, I don't know if I like that one either. Maybe taper. Whoa, way too big. Basically using this as a kind of a practice. Maybe it's not really that effective, but it's kind of a new idea I've got. Ooh, and then that one goes in. Okay. This is honestly one of the things I like about having an iPad. Discovering new ways to like practice. Let me go back here. Is anyone? Nobody's tuned on yet. Well, if you're watching this still, what project are you needing to work on? What's lighting you up right now? You're gonna watch me get these stickers done faster than I've ever created anything in my life. I get projects stuck in progress often, but I have a real motivation this time. Oh, that's a little trickier to see. Probably more like that. But yeah. I was also, showing you what elements I liked from each. It's part of the idea. And I'm realizing I could have chosen a different color. Green might have worked actually really well. Okay. I think I can still. And that's partly what I love about iPad drawing too. You can quickly change the color to whatever you need. So it's kind of nice to have the metal tips. I got a pack of iPad tips. It's kind of fun. And they're actually different lengths. This one's kind of short, but there's ones that are a little longer. Not really. I haven't found like a specific reason for either, but I will say that at least this length is being good for, because they're all the same diameter on the tip, so it's just about the length out from the white part. It's just nice to have a little. It might get narrower. I'm pretty sure it's the same diameter. I need a really small measuring tape to find out for sure, but or maybe one of you knows, or maybe I just need to check the product description again. But it is. I am finding it's easier to have the metal tip when doing this kind of work where I'm needing to be a little more precise. Like maybe I don't need to have be. Can I play with how zoomed in I need to be in order to do this? Oh, oh, yeah. I'm not trying to do that too much. Nope, back to this. Okay. So yeah, still can only see it so much because, but you can see College of Business. I really like the green serifs and oh geez, I don't know. I'm wondering how the audio is going to be on this. So that would be good feedback if you got it. Still learning on all of this. Okay. So then here, let's make this a little more obvious. Then on here, it's the bubbles. Practicing where to put the highlights, the top and the bottom, and around internal shapes. And in corners. Like you can kind of play with different lengths. So yeah. So it's kind of what I'm thinking. And yes, this is Virgo moon. Full moon, sorry. Is it a blood moon? I had someone this morning mention it being a blood moon. I didn't think it was, but maybe? Did you guys see blood in the moon? And see a red moon? Am I just wrong? Enlighten me, please. I am here to learn. Yeah, okay, so how am I feeling on this? Oof. We're gonna use the script style, add some bubbles to it, and, you know, maybe play with some interesting serifs in the process. Do I need to incorporate more elements? Not sure. Don't really think so. That would just make things that much more complicated, and maybe I've already made this too complicated by adding 3 different elements, so I'm gonna stop there, because, you know, there's a magic in 3, so good things come in 3s. 3 amigos. Though the 4th one is nice too. But yeah, in an effort of stopping myself before I make things too complicated on myself and make things take longer because I'm supposed to be doing this quickly, I'm going to group all these and let's see a bit of the problem. Okay. That's right, I can do that. And then up to here, and we can move to the sketch phase. Da 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 da. Okay. Da 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 da. Sketching time. Okay. So we're gonna start. It is sketching time. Oh. I gotta remember that when I'm doing the house sign. It can just barely touch and still touch. That can be a subtle way to make them touch. Okay. Learning that. Learning. Okay, and then maybe we'll oh, pocket ad. I just had someone else tell me about their pocket. It sounds really useful. Do you have a pocket? You want to tell me how much you love it? Feel free. Feel free. Tell me how much you love it. Tell me. Tell me. Or tell me how your creative process is going. That must be on a different layer. That's what I'm deciding, but not worth getting hung up on right now. So I'm going to spend just a little bit of time sketching. I know I started late, but no one's hopped on, so we're not everyone's clearly busy. I don't need to make this video longer than it needs to be. And we at least got through the research phase. And I'll give you a little teaser into this, my sketching process, and then you'll see the final product hopefully this Friday as I'm posting other art, passports, quest photos on my Instagram. So if you're not in Portland, you want to get a vibe, I'll try and maybe even do some live story posts so you can kind of see what it's like, clue you into my world a bit. You can follow me, same tag as you are here at TashaFay Designs on Instagram. That's where I'll post a little bit. I don't want to do so much because I want to be present, but I'll try and give you at least a little teaser for those of you back at home, if that sounds fun to you. So I might not if I don't get any feedback that says yes, please. So if that's something that you'd like to see from me, a little some coverage about cool things happening, cool art things happening in Portland, let me know, please, in the comments or DM me on Instagram or whatever. Not whatever. Or find me on my website, which I'll also link to in the description. I'll link to my website. I'll link to my 2 favorite astrologers, and maybe I'll link to the music I was listening to. So, and so we're gonna change this to, oh, maybe I actually, kind of actually just want a hard round because I want to, well, no. Okay, yeah, but then that just makes me want to do it in vector. But then there's just so many more pixel brushes. Okay, and fun. I do still think I want to make the shape first. So am I gonna make this? I was thinking a circle. We could do a circle. We could do a square. We could do a rectangle. And we could do a star, maybe a slightly different shape than that. Okay, and then like I end up okay, maybe not a star. Also, that just sounds complicated to pull off. So we're scrapping that idea right now. I'm gonna keep it simple. one idea is to find someone with an easy printer and easy photo printer, and that would print stickers. That's part of why I'm leaning towards the square rectangle. I mean, but a circle could work too, because that would print on a rectangle as well. You know, it would look, oh, right. It would look like that, print like that. And then the question is in layout. MIP. MOOP. And then like that would be the small text, and then it would be and they don't really have to connect. This is a sticker. That's kind of the nice thing about stickers. Layer reasons. Layer reasons. Yeah, so unfortunately I have some other things to get done this afternoon. And I don't need to make this video drag on longer. So I'm going to wrap things up. There's the teaser. I will post my final on my Instagram. Yeah, I hope you got some value out of this if you're watching this later. And please, please let me know. Don't be a stranger. Say hi, like, share, subscribe maybe if you really feel it. But I would appreciate not screaming into the void. Well, I'm trying not to scream. That's for dang sure. Just in case. So yeah. That's a clue into my process. You saw my research phase and a little teaser of my sketch phase. I will post finals as I start to distribute these on Friday. If you're in Portland, maybe you can find me and I can give you one. Come find me. So let me know. DM me either here or on Instagram. Really, Instagram's better. Same handle. Appreciate you. And yeah, that would be especially for artists. They're artists, but really anyone who just wants to help, feels, it's a small way to get in touch with your artist self and have an impact, a small impact even, a fun impact. If everyone's doing it, maybe we can create something really cool. Create a cool movement together or something. All right, bringing some burner principles here. Why not? Cool. It's one of the good ones, I think. So much love. Wishing you all a beautiful rest of your evening, afternoon, wherever you're at, morning, maybe. This is virtual, so I'm not sure where you're tuning in from. But if you're in the States, have a beautiful evening, afternoon, and process those emotions. All right. Much love. Be well. Bye for now.